Today we're talking about the documentary Still Rolling Papers, which is a 10-year anniversary reflection on Wiz Khalifa's Rolling Papers album.
On this episode of Hip Hop Movie Club, we bury the paper-thin storytelling of this documentary, but praise how it reveals Wiz Khalifa's Pittsburgh pride, his signature style, and his kindred connection with none other than Snoop Dogg. I didn't find this documentary all that compelling. It's more like a 30-minute promotion for the album and the persona of Wiz Khalifa. I didn't really get any sign of conflict. He thought that Black and Yellow should be the single of his album, his first one for Atlantic. And people were saying, his manager was saying, this was in it.
Yeah.
But why? I kept asking why. I listened to the song, it's fine. Why wasn't this the lead single? I didn't get it. He stuck to his guns and said that it should be the single, and of course it went multi-platinum, and the album went double platinum. But it just sort of happened.
Right.
Tell me why you think this is it or it's not it. Then I can get something out of it. And I just felt this was just for the people who love Wiz Khalifa. This is probably really great. But for those of us who are coming into it pretty cold, I thought, okay.
Yeah.
I was asking why a lot. Okay, why? I felt like a 9-year-old.
Yeah, that's a great point, though, because now that you mention it, if they didn't want Black and Yellow to be the lead single, like, what was the other song?
What was the other song?
Yeah, it's a good question, because I'm like, yeah, what was the other song?
What else they could have put on it? Maybe
right.
it would have been cameras or something. Another thing that I wish I had seen more is this transition from Rostrum Records, his hometown label, this sort of joint venture with Warner Brothers, and then he leaves that arrangement, goes on his own for a little while, and then he gets signed to Atlantic. They gave it some lip service, but it was just sort of like, oh, it's happening. You know, why Atlantic? Why did Atlantic want him?
Right.
You don't get any of this in a 30-minute documentary, but yeah, I wish I could learn something substantial.
Yeah, very good points, yeah.
Called it Still Rolling Promos.
Something to be desired. It's kind of like it's just a snapshot of some of the highlights of his career. And again, celebrating the Rolling Papers tour, which became a huge album for him that put him on the map. I didn't come away from, oh my God, Wiz, whatever. Like he had this crazy struggle and like you said, no conflict and there wasn't a big arc. It was just like, yeah, he grinded. He's loyal. He's a Pittsburgh dude. And the big thing about him is his Pittsburgh roots. So he was from Hazelwood, PA, right there in Pittsburgh. Some called him the Rocky Balboa of Pittsburgh. So the fact that he represents Pittsburgh, it's kind of cool. In fact, his biggest hit that most people remember is Black and Yellow, which was everywhere back when it came out.
Yeah.
Which obviously the Pittsburgh sports teams, you can see Pirates, but the Steelers are known as the Black and Yellow. But I didn't realize really his car was black and yellow too. And it was really a lot about his car as well.
Yeah. One thing that I noticed that stood about him too was that he had a strong affinity for Chuck Taylors. And that was pretty cool. Like usually some people, they blow up and they start deviating from where they started from. They change their style. They get these stylists that want to create an image, but he wore Chuck Taylors, and not only did he wear Chuck Taylors, but he started collaborating with guys who also wore Chuck Taylors. It's like they all had pretty much the same fashion sense, and they all kind of hung out together. Hence the start of the Taylor gang. And that was pretty cool to, like you said, JB, that he had a loyalty to his friends and his collaborators, and they stuck together through it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't spend money on fancy shoes. I mean, I got to spend my money on my weed, my studio time, and we're buying Chuck Taylors. And
you have to have priorities. He stuck to his priorities.
Yeah.
For them.
And like I said, I love to see that tight-knit crew.
I like the little riffs they do on the Pittsburgh Pirates logos that they did in the Taylor gang and some of the swag they had wearing and stuff.
Yeah, and then the Snoop Dogg connection. It's funny, Snoop said, my kids told me about Wiz. And he said, I got to check out this kid. And of course, he related to him, the love of weed and stuff. And he said, I see Wiz as like a younger version of himself or a reincarnation, so to speak, of me.
I wish Dre produced him.
What? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine some Dre production?
All right, you want to go around and rate this documentary? See what we have to say about it?
Sure.
All right. So Boogie, for Still Rolling Papers, the Wiz Khalifa documentary, would you bring this funky flick back or leave it in the vault?
Interesting. I was trying to figure out how I would rate this one. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, like Dana Rice said, it didn't have that full. Like I would watch a documentary on him, but I don't know if I would necessarily want to watch this one again. I need a longer one. So for that, I probably would leave this one in the vault.
Dino, right? Would you bring this funky flick back or leave it in the vault?
For the fans of Wiz Khalifa, I'm sure it's fine, but I am leaving this in the vault.
All right. I did take some tidbits away from it, and I'm a PA guy myself, and so I will bring this funky flick back.
I did laugh when he said the Rocky Balboa of Pittsburgh. I was a whole look at that. Being that Rocky Balboa's from Philly, he's like, what? It's like, wait a minute.
I did see him wear an Eagles hat during this thing, so
Okay.
I did notice that. Liberated fandom, or at least he liked the collars. Thank you for tuning into the Hip Hop Movie Club, the show for serious hip hop fans who want to deepen their cultural knowledge. I'm Dino Wright, filmmaker, designer, longtime hip hop fan, and my go-to order at Permani's is a pastrami and cheese.
Love it. I'm JB, 80s and 90s nostalgia junkie, longtime hip hop fan, and I toured the city of Pittsburgh this past summer for the first time. Enjoyed the many murals, including those of the late Roberto Clemente and Mac Miller, both taken from us far too soon.
Yeah. And I'm Boogie, a DJ, longtime hip hop fan, and I've been to Pittsburgh only once. And that was for a layover on my way to Indianapolis. Long story short, I need to visit ASAP.
Yeah.
It's a great city.
ASAP. I need to go.
Great city.
It
Fun
is a
city.
Yeah.
Really fun.
And remember, don't hate, hallucinate.
Oh!
Now, as I'm saying, just go up and smoke or like a AI hallucinate. I don't know, but sometimes
Find your
you just
own
gotta,
means to hallucinations.
sometimes you just got to step out of the atmosphere.
That's good.
By whatever means.
Oh, man.
Haven't used that one before. We had to throw it in.
That's good.
Oh, man.
These days.